Well, today I'm going to show you a recipe that's really very dear to me. And it's one of the keystones of our menu, and over the years, it's become one of my specialities. It's the local fish, the John Dory, which the French call the Saint-Pierre, the St. Peter fish. It's roasted in a vegetable flan with vegetables from Fortville Market in Cannes and with herbs from Provence. So in order to make this recipe, the first thing we're going to need, of course, is a John Dory. And this one here is a good size for one person, 400 to 500 grams. And then you're going to need a lot of little vegetables, including potatoes, some little fennel, little artichokes, some small cloves of purple garlic, dried tomatoes, little black olives, and the whole thing is flavored with tomato juice, fennel, tarragon, and what I call green gold. That is to say, basil oil. And to spice things up a little, I add a touch of rosemary and a little dried orange peel. So now I'll begin the preparations. So first we cut small slices of potato, and I spread them around the baking dish. And now I add the cloves of garlic, a few spots of butter, and some olive oil. You can be quite generous with the olive oil, and this goes into the oven at about 180 degrees. Now, I'll make the tomato juice, and we'll be using this for the sauce or for the juice, whichever you want to call it. Some olive oil, always olive oil, and then I need some garlic. And I'm going to crush this, because I'm going to put this into the bottom of the dish. And then we take some tarragon. We take the tarragon stems. They'll do the job very nicely here. So that goes into the dish as well. And then what do we call this? Ah, yes, a few stalks of fennel. And we also place this around the dish. I spread it around. And now I'm going to cut my tomatoes, and I'll place them with the round side upwards. And I'll put this into a slow oven so that there isn't too much evaporation, and that way all the juice from the tomato will stay in the baking dish. And that's exactly what we want. Now, another part of the garnish is the different peppers, and the fennel and the tomatoes. So I'll begin with the little pieces of fennel, and I'll start them off cooking in boiling water, to which I'll also add some cooking salt. And in the meanwhile, I turn over the artichokes, and we'll remove a few of the hard outside leaves. And we put this in water with a little lemon juice so they don't darken. And then I divide them into quarters, like so. And then I'll blanch them slightly with the fennel. So I've just checked the status of the vegetables. They're cooked enough now, so they can be put into the oven. So I'll drain them and put them straight onto a baking tray with some olive oil and a few cherry tomatoes, which I've kept to one side. And these vegetables can go into the oven for about 10 or 12 minutes. And now I'll prepare the fish for cooking. Obviously, the fish has been gutted and cleaned, and I fill the fish with a flavorful mixture of parsley, some tarragon, and a little bit of thyme. And I fold it up like this, and I slide this into the fish. Now this will give the fish flavor, and also it'll fill out the interior, giving it a more natural appearance. And now I brush on some basil oil. And then I salt one side of the fish. And I give a twist of pepper too, fresh ground pepper as usual. And we sprinkle on a little bit of semi-dried orange peel and some powdered rosemary as well. And now we'll put the fish in the oven. Alexis, if you don't mind. And this will take around 10 or 12 minutes, and we'll just keep an eye on it. The fish is now cooked, so I'll place it on the serving plate. And then I'll make sure to gather up all the little bits that have gathered in the cooking dish and add a little bit of the tomato juice we made and filtered earlier. Now I'll add the little pieces of dried tomato and the black olives. Special black olives from Nice. And now my potatoes and little fennels. They've cooked. And I place them around the fish. Very good. And also the little artichokes and the cherry tomatoes. And now the juice is ready. It doesn't need to be salted. However, I will add some basil oil and also some fresh basil. And all that's left now is to add some sauce to the vegetables. Now I advise you to put it back into the oven for a few seconds before adding the sauce so it's good and hot. So here is the roasted John Dory with its Provençal vegetables. I really hope you'll enjoy it, and I only wish that I could share it with you.